My child, hear me now. A shadow has whispered your name, carried by hands you thought were safe, guided by lips that smile yet harbor darkness. Do not turn away. Do not scroll past. Every second you linger here, a protective light begins to form around you, gentle, yet impenetrable. Archangel Michael is near. He stands at the threshold of what is seen and unseen, sword drawn, wings poised. And he says, a family woman, someone you trusted, has handed your essence to forces that do not belong to you. Feel it, beloved one, the subtle tightening in your chest, the chill running down your spine, the inner pressure that makes your pulse quicken. These are signs, not fear. They are confirmations that heaven itself is alert, that your soul has been recognized in this moment. Do not dismiss them. My child, 15 seconds, 15 sacred breaths, are all that remain to shift, to step out of the unseen snare before it tightens. There is urgency, but there is also hope. A whisper of warmth floods your awareness now, that is divine grace wrapping itself around your heart. Every breath you take is a signal, you were guided here for this reason. Something unseen, vast and holy, moves on your behalf. You may sense a vibration deep within your body, like the echo of a bell ringing softly beneath the surface of your chest. That is Archangel Michael calling you to awareness, calling you to action, not of your hands, but of your soul. Do not look away now. You may feel doubt, a questioning tug, am I truly in danger? Is this real? Beloved one, the divine realm does not operate in half measures. The very air around you has shifted, the subtle scent of sacred incense, though no candle burns, is real in your perception. You are being tested, but also guarded. Every second you remain connected, the protective light grows stronger, forming an invisible shield around your spirit. And yet, the darkness knows your name. It waits for hesitation, for delay. The moment stretches, almost infinite, and your soul feels the weight of choice. Do you step fully into the protection offered, or do you linger in uncertainty, risking entanglement? A pressure now builds at the center of your chest, soft but unmistakable. That is your cue, your call to align fully with heaven's will, beloved one. This is no ordinary warning. Every sense you experience, the goosebumps on your arms, the warmth in your hands, the gentle tug at your heart, is a confirmation. You are being addressed directly. A significant shift is forming, unseen, yet palpable. And as your awareness opens, a presence, a bright, almost blinding light, edges closer, hovering just beyond perception. Do not move yet. Hold your gaze inward. The next moment carries weight beyond what your eyes can measure. The question now presses, will you step into the protection fully, before it is too late? Beloved one, remain still. The veil thins as you breathe. What you feel now, the quiet hum beneath your skin, the soft pressure behind your eyes, is not imagination. It is alignment. Heaven has leaned closer. Archangel Michael speaks again, not in thunder, but in precision. The woman, yes, the one bound to family, to shared blood or shared table, she did not know the full weight of what she released. Her words were wrapped in emotion, spoken in moments of weakness, jealousy, fear, or wounded love. But darkness does not require intention, only access. And your name, your essence, was offered into a realm that watches patiently. Do not be alarmed. This is not a message of doom. This is a warning wrapped in mercy. A chance wrapped in protection. You may feel a sudden calm settle over you now, like still water after a storm. Or perhaps a chill sweeps across your shoulders, as though unseen wings just passed behind you. These are signs that interception is already underway. My child, hear this clearly: you were not meant to be harmed. You were meant to be awakened. That is why this message reached you on purpose. The moment you arrived, a countdown began, not of fear, but of rescue. Each second you stay aware, a cord loosens. Each breath you remain present, a door closes to what sought entry. There is movement now in the unseen. You may sense it as a gentle pull in your lower back, or a warmth spreading through your hands. That is Archangel Michael standing between you and what cannot cross without permission. His sword does not swing wildly, it seals. It cuts ties. It ends assignments before they mature. Chosen soul, do not underestimate the power of agreement. Even now, if your spirit feels compelled to whisper, Amen, or I receive, or I am protected, that is not habit, it is alignment. Those words are keys. They echo upward and outward, reinforcing the boundary forming around you. Stay with me. Do not look away now. Something is being identified, something subtle, something that has lingered quietly, waiting for the right moment. The air feels heavier for an instant, then lighter. That shift is not random. A decisive moment approaches, and heaven is preparing to act with finality. Every breath you stay, heaven draws closer. The next instant carries weight. My child, something just moved. If your breath changed without you meaning to, if your heart skipped, or a sudden stillness settled over the room, do not dismiss it. That was not coincidence. That was recognition. The unseen has realized you are no longer unaware. Archangel Michael does not rush, but he does not delay. His presence now presses closer, firm yet gentle. You may feel it as a light weight on your shoulders, or a subtle warmth along your spine, as though you are being straightened, aligned, restored to your rightful posture. This is protection activating, not loudly, not violently, but decisively. Hear this with clarity, beloved one: when your name was spoken into darkness, something attempted to follow the echo back to you. Not to destroy you, but to distract, to drain, to cloud your discernment. That is how it works. Slowly. Quietly. Patiently. And for a time, it waited. But waiting ended the moment you arrived here. You may now sense a gentle vibration in your chest, like a low hum, steady and calm. That is your spirit coming into agreement with heaven's intervention. The atmosphere around you is changing. Even the air feels different, cleaner, sharper, charged with purpose. Do not look away now. This is the narrowing point. The place where what followed you can no longer remain hidden. A pressure builds briefly behind your eyes, or at the base of your neck, not discomfort, but awareness sharpening. Heaven is identifying what does not belong. Chosen soul, this is why you were told there were seconds, not hours. Darkness thrives on delay, but it dissolves under attention. And now, it is being seen. You may feel a wave of calm wash over you suddenly, almost unexpectedly. That calm is not the end, it is the sign that something is about to be removed. If your heart feels led to type, "I am prepared," or "It is done," do not resist that urge. That impulse is not from habit. It is a spiritual response, an act of agreement that strengthens the seal forming around you. Stay present. Every breath matters now. A decisive moment is forming, and what comes next will not remain unresolved. Beloved one, now the silence speaks. If you feel an unusual calm, almost too quiet, this is not emptiness. This is containment. What followed you has been cornered, its reach shortened, its voice muted. You may sense a light pressure around your temples, or a soft heaviness in your chest that quickly turns into relief. That is not fatigue. That is release beginning. Archangel Michael stands firm. His presence is unmistakable now, not dramatic, not overwhelming, but authoritative. Like a gate closing with finality. The kind of closure that cannot be forced open again. If a warmth spreads through your hands or feet, know this: you are being grounded back into divine order. Nothing unauthorized is permitted to cling to you any longer. My child, hear this carefully. The danger was not loud. It was subtle. It hid in patterns, recurring thoughts, sudden emotional heaviness, moments of unexplained tension. But darkness miscalculated one thing: your discernment. You were never meant to remain unaware. And now that awareness has shifted everything. Do not look away now. This is the moment of separation. You may feel a brief wave of emotion, sadness, clarity, even compassion for the one who spoke your name without understanding the cost. Let it pass. That emotion is not meant to stay. It is simply the final thread loosening. There is movement now, clean, swift, invisible. You may feel a chill sweep through you, followed immediately by warmth. That contrast is a sign: extraction followed by sealing. What was attempted no longer has permission to linger. Heaven has intervened fully. Chosen soul, if your spirit feels compelled to whisper "Amen" or quietly affirm "I am protected," allow it. Those words are not for the darkness, they are for you. They anchor what has just been done. Even pressing the like button in this moment is not casual, it is agreement. Alignment. A subtle act of faith that reinforces the boundary now set around you. Remain still for just a little longer. Something final approaches, not loud, not forceful, but complete. The next breath carries closure. My child, breathe slowly now. The atmosphere has shifted again. If you feel a deep calm settling into your chest, or a gentle heaviness in your limbs as though you could rest without fear, this is not weakness. This is safety returning. Heaven does not rush this moment, it stabilizes it. Archangel Michael remains near, not because danger persists, but because sealing requires witness. You may sense a quiet firmness around you, like invisible walls forming, soft to the touch, yet unmovable. This is protection taking shape in layers. What was removed cannot reattach. What was interrupted cannot resume its path. Beloved one, there is something important you must feel rather than hear. Notice the subtle warmth at the center of your chest, steady and reassuring. That warmth is not excitement. It is confirmation. A mark of divine recognition placed upon you in this exact moment. Do not look away now. The unseen is finalizing what has been set in motion. You may notice your thoughts slowing, distractions fading, a sacred stillness filling the space around you. This is not the end of the message, it is the narrowing before completion. The woman who spoke your name no longer holds influence over your path. What she released has been intercepted, redirected, and rendered powerless. Yet heaven pauses here, not out of hesitation, but intention. There is one more alignment required, one more inner agreement that completes the seal. If your heart feels drawn to write, "I receive this peace," or "I remain aligned," follow that prompting. That movement is not external, it is spiritual consent. And consent carries authority. Sharing this message with others who feel watched, heavy, or unsettled is not coincidence either. 3 souls may be waiting for the same reassurance you have just felt. Stay with me. Do not rush. A final confirmation draws near, and when it arrives, it will settle gently, unmistakably, permanently. Beloved one, it is finished. Not ended in noise, but completed in authority. If you feel a deep stillness now, like the world briefly paused just for you, receive it. That is the seal settling. A gentle warmth may rest over your heart, steady and calm. Or perhaps a quiet clarity fills your mind, as though fog has lifted without effort. These are not emotions passing through, you are standing inside a completed work. Archangel Michael steps back, not in retreat, but in confirmation. His watch remains, yet the urgency has dissolved into peace. The boundary has been set. What attempted to follow your name has been turned away. The echo has been silenced. The door is closed, and it will not reopen. My child, hear this with certainty, you were never late. You arrived at the precise second heaven intended. Those 15 seconds were not counted in fear, they were counted in mercy. And you crossed the threshold. Feel the light pressure at your back now, like a gentle hand steadying you forward. That is not to push, it is to remind you that you do not walk alone. A new alignment rests upon you. Your steps are guarded. Your rest is protected. Your spirit is clear. Chosen soul, allow gratitude to rise, not loudly, not performatively, but sincerely. If your heart is moved, let your fingers write, "Amen," or "It is done," or "I receive this peace." These words do not summon power, they acknowledge what has already been sealed. If this message anchored you, let your agreement be known. A simple act of alignment, pressing like, remaining subscribed, keeping notifications open, keeps you positioned where protection speaks before danger approaches. And if even one person you know has felt watched, heavy, or unsettled, share this message with them. Heaven does not waste warnings. Now rest. The night is guarded. The path is clear. And what was meant to disturb you, has no claim. Go in peace, beloved one. It is done.